Australia and Fiji's aviation markets remain strong and continue to prosper. There are around 78,000 Fijians living in Australia and 3,000 Australians residing in Fiji. It was evident that the largest portion of travel is for leisure purposes, inclusive of holiday and visiting family and friends. Fiji is a tropical location and Australia is widely known for its landmarks. Tourism greatly occurs in dry seasons of both countries to take full advantage of these climates. Expansions to the Australia-Fiji air service agreements have led to increased passenger flow. The expansion would see each country receiving an increase of 500 seats per week, with additional freight capacity of 140 tonnes. This movement is in support of building new opportunities for farmers and communities, generating trade and jobs around Australia, therefore leading to greater economic conditions and thus increasing travel opportunity. Cyclone Winston of 2016 has seen declines in the economic stability, reducing real GDP growth to 0.7%, therefore reducing discretionary spending. Furthermore, Australian currency weakening from the period placed great emphasis on the choice of where Australians travel, given that Thailand and Indonesia are growing in competitiveness and individuals wish to make the most of their money. Qantas has 46% ownership of Fiji Airways. Fiji Airways holds the highest market share for the Australia-Fiji route. Jetstar holds the second highest market share, transiting 1 million passengers per year. Given that air travel is highly elastic, specifically leisure travel, Jetstar having a low-cost carrier model is popular among students and budget travellers. Sydney and Nadi have the highest inbound and outbound passenger flows. Nadi holds one of the most developed airports of Fiji and is in close proximity to popular islands and highly rated tourist destinations. Given that Sydney is also a central location and is the most popular city in Australia, this contributes to the 56% of passenger flow.
The Australian-Thailand route has seen fluctuations in demand for air traffic from 2013 to 2018, seeing periods of both decline and growth. The civil unrest in 2013 caused a 7.4% decline in inbound passengers to Thailand over the 2 years it lasted, and the effects of the prolonged political instability had a major impact on the tourism, dropping load factors below 60% in May and June 2014. This inadvertently had a rippling effect on the economy, restricting potential revenue in the tourism sector, which made up 9% of the economy's GDP. Recent years indicate an upwards trend in traffic and an overall development in tourism flow, likely due to the restoration of political stability with strong bilateral relations between the countries. Accession to the air traffic agreements between Thailand and Australia have contributed to the changes in trends of growth and distribution of passenger traffic. The air service agreements between these countries extend back to 1960 and is known as the Australian Treaty Series 1960 Treaty No. 4. The treaty aims to foster growth for national carriers and is seen to favour Thai Airways, which owns the majority of the market share. Substantial changes have not yet been made to the air service agreement, which inhibit passenger flow between the regions, potentially stunting the route from growing to its full potential. The route has seen a steady growth of passengers of the national carriers from 2013 to 2018, illustrating a so far successful air service agreement that stimulates national airlines. The market share on the Australian-Thailand route is dominated by 4 carriers, with Thai Airways controlling most of the market share at 166 of the 257 average flights per month. However, Thai Airways suffered major hits to market share in early 2014 due to political unrest and later in 2018 due to the lack of potential in the Australian summer months. Qantas has retained its market share for the 6-year period, seeing minimal growth, while Jetstar has experienced growth by implementing a low-cost model and with Virgin Australia's cancellation of the route in 2016, enabling them to capitalise on lower-income passengers.
The Indonesia-Australia air route has contributed significantly to the aviation sector and tourism flows, reporting consistent growth from 2013 to 2018. Key factors driving this traffic growth include, but are not limited to, tourism, business, and economic factors such as exchange rates. Traditionally, tourism between this route has been dominated by inbound traffic to Bali, with the resort island accounting for over 80% of the capacity in the 2013 market. Bali has been a key drive in leisure-based travel and tourism growth, accounting for 32% of the total proportion of Indonesian international passenger traffic in 2018. The range of destinations over the period, however, has diversified, with the emergence of secondary destinations such as Surabaya contributing to traffic. The characterised exponential growth of this route was aided by stable domestic economic conditions and exchange rates. This was noted in traffic changes in 2016, likely forming from a depreciation in the Australian dollar to 69 US cents. These favourable exchange rates worked to drive inbound leisure-based travel to Australia, increasing traffic by around 500,000 passengers. This was noted as a positive contribution to the development of the market, especially in comparison to the previous year. In 2015, inbound traffic to Indonesia decreased, likely resulting from a decline in consumer confidence in air travel safety amid the crash of Indonesia AirAsia Flight 8501. Further fluctuations on the route were heavily dictated by environmental factors such as the presence of volcanic ash, which led to the cancellation of flights and subsequent supply on the route in 2018. Analysis of this country pair has revealed a competitive market with the distribution of traffic spread across a variety of airlines. Jetstar currently dominates the market, followed by Virgin Australia and Garuda Airlines, driving growth in air capacity on the route. To accommodate for high demand, the route has also seen the emergence of new airlines taking market share, such as Batik Air.